Hi everybody, my name's Adriana and today we're going to be making popcorn. So I chose to do a recipe video on popcorn because I think it's a really great and easy recipe to make. It's a wonderful snack that's very versatile. It can be flavored in many different ways, and there's just something about popping your own popcorn on the stovetop that brings out the little kid in you, and it's just fascinating to see it. It's so exciting when you see your first kernel pop. And it's a really fun thing to do, and it takes less than 10 minutes as long as you have everything that you need at your fingertips. So the tools that we need today are just a good pot with a lid. So a good pot is anything that has enough room for your popcorn to actually pop, so it won't overflow. The lid is so it doesn't go all over the place. And you need kernels. So I got these at the store. Even though it's Orville Redenbacher, they're not flavored or anything like that. It's just the plain popping kernel. You also need an oil to fry it in to help cook it. And it's that moisture when the kernel interacts with the oil and it's being cooked that it forces that reaction. You can use any type of oil that you want to use. You can certainly use olive oil. You just have to make sure that you heat the oil at a lower temperature so it doesn't burn. Coconut oil is what the movie theaters use, so if you have it, definitely utilize that. It's delicious, it's good for you, and it has a pretty high smoke point. Any other oils like canola or sunflower, grapeseed, again, those are fine to use. They have a much more neutral flavor to them. So you have your pot, you have your kernels, you have your oil, and then flavorings. So you can do a couple different things. You can do a sweet corn, like a kettle corn. You can do salted popcorn, plain popcorn, buttered. You can add spices. You can do herbs if you want something that's a little bit more savory. I'm doing nutritional yeast. So I found this at Trader Joe's. Most supermarkets have it in like their health food aisle. It's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, and the nutritional yeast is actually the same kind of yeast that we use for baking. It's just been inactivated. So it goes through a drying process that renders it inactive. So you can't use it in baking to raise breads or anything like that. But it still has nutrition in it, and it's pretty nutritious for you, hence the name. It has fiber, it has protein, it's low calorie, it has lots of vitamins in it, and it tastes pretty good. As far as recipes goes, it's pretty simple. You're really just putting some oil in your pot, you're heating up the oil, and you're adding your kernels. I'm going to be posting a very simple recipe in the description below. Basically, it's 2 tablespoons of your choice of oil and half a cup of kernels, and that makes about 4 servings, so 10 cups, which sounds like a lot, but you have to remember that popcorn, it gets really big for its size. There's a lot of air involved and it doesn't compact very easily, so 10 cups doesn't really go that long of a way. Let's get started and let's move over to the stove. Alright, so I have my pot, I have my kernels, and I have my oil. So I'm going to add my oil in, turn on my pot to medium high, so I have it as a 7 on mine. And I'm just going to coat the entire bottom of the pan with oil to make sure that it gets everywhere and nothing sticks. And then the secret to testing how hot your oil is, you add in 1 or 2 kernels. So you put in 1, put in 2, put on your cover, and you wait. And once they pop, then you know your oil is at the correct temperature, and it'll make the process go a lot quicker than having them sit in there, potentially burning. So we have a pop. So what we're gonna do, once the second one pops, we're gonna turn off the heat, take this off of the hot burner, add in our kernels, give it a little shake to redistribute it throughout the pan, and then we're going to wait just for 1 minute. So you can set your timer for 60 seconds, and then we can go. Come on, little guy. Well, I don't want him to burn, so we're gonna add them now. So I'm gonna turn off my heat, take off my lid, add in my, give them a little shake so they're nice and even. And now we're gonna wait 1 minute. Okay, timer off. The reason we do that, you can now put it back on the burner, turn the heat back up to medium, and put on your cover. The reason we do that is to make sure that the oil doesn't get so hot that it's just gonna burn the kernels right away. So we wanna give it time to rest a little bit, to cool down, and then actually have time to cook the kernels instead of just burning them without popping them. Or burning them and popping them, and then you have really sad burnt popcorn that doesn't taste good. And now it's a waiting game. You can give them a little shimmy every now and again to make sure that they're not getting stagnant, and to agitate them just to encourage them to pop. But for the most part, you're not gonna leave the stove, you're gonna watch it. And you can bring the kids over if you're making this. You can bring your family members over if you're old enough and you're a student and you're making this on your own. It's really fun to watch these pop, and it's super exciting once it's happening. They're popping! This is the most exciting part ever. Keep agitating your kernels so that they're not burning. And you're gonna do it more frequently now that the corn is popping so that your popcorn doesn't burn. Once you start hearing the popcorn slowing down to only 1 pop every 1 or 2 seconds, you know that most of your kernels have popped, and you want to take it off the heat and empty it out into your bowl so it doesn't burn. So now's a good time to stop your popcorn. So turn off the heat and empty the rest out into your burner. And we're pretty good. So now you have your beautiful bowl of popcorn. Let's flavor it. How exciting was that? So maybe it's just me, but I love popcorn. So now it's time to flavor it. So we have our nutritional yeast packet. If you have any herbs, or if you just have salt adding it right after it comes out of the pot is the best idea so that the salt can stick to it. If you have butter, you can add it now. Give it a good stir to make sure that everything gets evenly distributed. If you have any other herbs or spices you want to use, you can add them similar to how I'm doing the nutritional yeast, and it totally depends on your preference. So if you want something like spicy, like a cayenne pepper or a paprika or something, it really depends on your preference and how hot or how smoky you want it to taste. It can have just a gentle dusting, or you can really pile it on, and again, it's all up to you. So I'm going to separate this because I may want to flavor some of this differently. I'm going to just sprinkle my nutritional yeast over it. I don't really measure it out, I just do it by eye, and I'm going to give it a toss. So if you have it in your bowl, you can just kind of bounce it around. The faster you season it when it comes out of the pot, the more your seasoning is going to stick to it. So if you have somebody who can help you making the popcorn, one person can be over the stove making sure that the kernels are popping, and the other person can be on seasoning duty. And you'll notice a real big difference. So right now, mine just has the very thinnest dusting of it, and more of it has ended up at the bottom. The sooner you season it out of the pot, the more it's gonna stick to it when it still has a little bit of the oil on it, a little bit of the steam on it, and as it dries, it'll stick to it better. So I hope you enjoyed this activity as much as I did. I hope you now enjoy your snack. Again, you can find the recipe. It's a very simple recipe in the description below. And I really encourage you to try this. It's fun just to see the popping happening, and it's a highlight in my day whenever I make it. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope I see you soon.